And that's gonna screw up.
All right.
Where am I at?
You're over here. This will be you.
Why so far back?
Why are you lopsided?
I don't know. That better?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's rock.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Amanda and
Doc Vic.
And we are back for the ending of my day 11 slenderiiz challenge, 28 days. Yeah, so we're going to do another little Q&A type vlog situation going live. And if y'all have any questions, please let us know what they are.
All right, so we're just going to jump right into it. How do you take the drops? Like, where do you place them? What time of the day do you take them? Do you take them before certain meals, or what does that look like?
Okay, so there's two different drops that you take. This one is the slenderiiz one. This is the one that you take first. You take this one 3 times a day with your largest meals. And what you do is you fill it up to 7 milliliters, and you just put it under your tongue. And you hold it under your tongue for 10 seconds, and then you swallow. And it's minty. It doesn't taste bad. Super easy. And then you wait 10 minutes. And then after your 10 minutes, so for your first two big meals of the day, you take this with the slenderiiz. This is your accelerate. So after the 10 minutes wait is up with the slenderiiz, you take this 1 whole milliliter and you just put it in your mouth, swallow. You don't have to put it under your tongue or anything. This is kind of like, it's pepperminty too, but it also has different taste to it. Neither one of them are bad. Super easy. And like I said, this one you take twice a day instead of 3 times a day. You don't take it with your last meal of the day. Yeah. So it hasn't been an issue to get it down or anything like that.
Beautiful, beautiful. So if someone were to ask you within your first, this is the day 11, end of day 11, right?
Yes.
This is the end of day 11. If someone were to ask you from day 1 to day 11, how do you feel, and what is one of the biggest things you can take away from taking this health product? What would you tell
them? Day 1 was awful, not because of the product, but because, like I've said before, I went from eating, let's just face it, horribly. I thought that it wasn't that bad, but looking back, I was eating horribly. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about that. To eating, fresh fruits, fresh veggies, no processed foods, lots of waters, and water. Just going as natural as possible. Shopping on the outskirt of the grocery store, and my body didn't like it the first day. But I don't know if it's just something about these drops or not. By day 2, it wasn't bad. It was not bad at all. And it has progressively gotten better, and my energy levels have progressively gotten better. And the biggest thing that I can take from this is I'm, 1, more energy. 2, I'm more now concerned about my health, like my inner health, and I'm more aware of the stuff that I'm putting in my body.
That's a big one. That's a big one, y'all. Being aware about the stuff that you put into your body is so, so huge. I'm a big person in saying that motion is life, but also what you eat, it turns into fuel. So if you're fueling your body properly, then you're definitely going to be moving in the right direction. But not only with you eating the way that you're eating, it's kind of forcing all of us as a family to eat your way, and we're all getting benefits from it. Less sluggish, where we all have more energy. We're hanging out with, each other a lot, going outside, doing a lot of walking and things like that on top of the workouts. So this has been absolutely cool and a great journey. Now, for the ones who are just now joining us, your very first day, let's just go back to your very first day and your intro, right? This is metabolic, helps out with your metabolic rate.
It
It's
helps balance your hormones. So I know men have hormones too, but for women, them hormones can get crazy. And I can tell that it's been balancing my hormones because I haven't been as irritable. I haven't been as overwhelmed. Um, I haven't, I have a lot more energy
yeah,
too. So the balancing the hormones is good. It also helps with your insulin resistance,
absolutely.
and that's a huge thing.
That's I mean, and the whole energy thing, man. Like we said yesterday on the video, you went walking by yourself. That right there in itself is huge because
I'm
that's
like
unheard of.
anti being alone. I don't know what it is, but
Greetings, Dapo. Good to
hi,
see you.
Dapo.
What's going on, Dustin?
I do not like working out alone. I don't like being alone. So doing anything alone, it's just not my character, I guess. It's one of those personality traits that it's just
Yeah.
yeah, you just got it. And so the fact that I went walking alone and I was kind of like confident in walking alone and doing stuff alone,
Yeah.
that's a huge step for me.
Yeah.
Also, I have to say this. I feel like there is mental clarity. Like there's not a lot of like self doubt. There's not a lot of like cloudy, dark thoughts in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's changed, and I think what helps is, of course, what we're doing here, but I think the food that you put in your body can have either really good effect,
positive or negative
or
effect.
a really dark effect.
Absolutely. And like we've been talking about, sugars is the silent killer. Sugars is a silent killer. And we don't talk about that enough because it's in everything.
Yeah, pastas, breads,
absolutely.
Candies, sauces, condiments. It's in everything. And it's in such like insane amounts that we're just used to it. But sugars are not good neurologically. They're just not good neurologically. So
and that's the thing about it, neurologically. It's crazy because I see a lot of neurological issues in my practice.
Yeah.
And headaches, migraines, brain fog, ringing in the ears. I see a lot of that. Yes, I can adjust that, but what are you eating? Are you exercising? Are you drinking enough water? All this stuff matters. It's crazy. Now, to the product, right? As the back of this box says, the Slender is homeopathic weight with management formula, and how you say that? Accelerator? Yep.
Yeah.
That's the metabolism support and increase energy. We have tried so many different things. And with me, some of them worked. If they didn't really work, I made them work. But with her, with all the sensitivities and the stage 3, kidney disease, we have to be very, 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 very careful now.
Especially with migraines too.
And with migraines also.
Like he can only adjust so much. If I'm putting something in my body that's going to trigger a migraine, there's nothing that he can do about that. And so with a lot of the weight loss products, they have really bad stuff and bad chemicals in them. And I can tell you the first day if it's going to be for me or not because it's going to trigger a migraine that quick.
That is absolutely true. I was about to say you can catch on to that really, really fast.
My body is super sensitive to stuff. This doesn't mess with me.
And
Sorry if that was loud.
No, that's good. And another thing, I'm not going to just push anything because that's not what we do, right? No. That's not what I'm going to do. No. But if we have a natural approach,
dangerous. To somebody,
absolutely, absolutely.
I wouldn't push it if I knew that it would trigger a headache. I wouldn't push it knowing how I suffer from stuff. I wouldn't put that on somebody else.
Absolutely, and it's wellness in the bottle. Like I always tell people, I'm going to give you all the information that you need because you came to me because you went to 7 different people and they told you a lie.
Hey, Kaylee.
So at the end of the day, I'm going to stand behind what I believe in and what we push because It is the natural approach to health. Everybody wants something natural, and we want to get away from the meds, period. If I have MD friends on here or somebody who believes wholeheartedly in meds, there's a place for everything, but it's not always the time and place for it. Go less invasive first. Try something that's more natural, more homeopathic. And that's what's going to help you out. Guaranteed. Now, with energy, right? So energy allows for you to do so many different things. But from day 1 to day 11, how many pounds down are you that we know of before your weigh-in on Sunday?
Over 13 pounds.
Over 13 pounds, people. Over 13 pounds. Now, was that inflammation? What was that? But over 13 pounds.
That means this gets rid of inflammation.
Exactly. So that's taking pressure off of her kidneys. That's taking pressure off of all of her organs. And that's allowing for her to feel better, move better, be a better mom, be a better wife, be a better friend. I don't think y'all understand how important health is. And we take it for granted. We put a dollar value on it, and we put a dollar value on health. But we can go out and go buy all these things. What is important to you? I think that you have to eat right. I think that you have to get the proper sleep when you can. You have to drink enough water because your body is made up of what, 75, 80% water? So we got to make sure that we're doing that, right? And we got to be the example for our kids. We got to be the example for people who don't want to speak up. Now, question for you. Moving forward,
okay.
What do you, I always ask this, I'm asking this every night, what do you want? Has it changed? Or what do you want? Do you want to just finish, or do you want?
No, this is something that I'm going to continue to do past the 28 days. I'm going to get me another box, and I'm going to keep taking it because, like I said, it balances hormones. It clearly helps with my inflammation, and it's helps with your insulin resistance, and it has so many great properties
Hey, Miss
to
Carrie.
it that this isn't just a 28-day thing. Like, for me, this is going to keep going even past it. Even when I've reached my ideal weight, I'm still going to take these drops because
Absolutely.
I think I read that it was like 93% of Americans or people in the world or something like that are insulin resistant.
Listen to that.
93%.
How crazy is that?
It's not saying fat people.
No.
It's not saying, people that eat crap. It's saying all population. 93%. That's a huge number.
That's a big number. And it's scary.
Yeah, it is.
Because of everything that they're putting into the foods and everything that they're pushing out, they don't care because it's mass production. We want to get as much stuff out as we can. And then it's crazy because when we started eating healthy, they say, oh, you're on a diet. No, it's just called eating healthy. Yeah. This is what we're supposed to do. It's not a diet.
We're supposed to be eating.
And when you're eating healthy food, it's not a bad thing. It's actually good because when you fuel yourself with good stuff, that's when the lean muscle mass comes. That's when you feel better, you sleep better. I mean, heck, you can tell the difference between someone who's eating good and someone who's eating not so good because they're sluggish, right? Yeah. So we got to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves because if we're not, who's going to do it? Nobody's coming to save you. So you got to take care of yourself. Yeah. And that's why I get so passionate about what I do.
It's important to put your health first. You can't pour from an empty cup. And trust me, I've tried. I've been that empty cup. And for the first time in years, I feel good. I feel like I have energy. I'm working out.
I can notice that.
I just feel a little bit more of a light inside me now.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I always say, once again, with what I stand behind, I stand on it 10 toes down. I stand on it because it matters. You matter. Your life matters. Everybody that's on here,
you're important.
You're important. Miss Carrie, I got you. I'll see you also. It matters because at the end of the day, you have to be the one that changes it because every time we have conversations, I'm like, baby, I can adjust you. I can put you in traction. I can give you every single thing, but until you want to actually change it, then there's not going to be any change. And I can sit here and say that you have grabbed this thing by the horn and now we're moving this thing in a great direction. So now,
But like if it wasn't for this product giving me the energy, getting some of the inflammation off my body, and just overall making me feel better from the inside, I wouldn't have kept going.
yeah, and he shout out to one of our a really good guy in the chat. His name is Dapo, man. W Win Dapo, man. W Dapo, because
Thank you.
he stayed on me about this, but I told him, I said, look, I got to do my research. It has to be the right time. I am a very, very calculated guy. Sometimes I can just be like, whoo, let's go. But when it comes to this kind of stuff, and it is an investment, and I feel like it can do something, yes, now we're talking. So, man, W Dapo, I really appreciate you, man. This right here is not only going to help my wife, it's going to help me, it's going to help my practice, it's going to help my members in my practice, because I have so many people who want change. She wanted change. So we have so many people out there who feel like they've lost hope. And I'm telling you, man, it matters.
It does, because for the longest time, I always saw myself like, well, this is it. I'm always going to be stuck at this weight. I'm always going to feel this way. I'm always going to be.
What do you want to be? What do you want to be? How do you want your life to turn out? Do you want it to just be mediocre? Do you want it to be good? Do you want it to be great? We have 4 babies, so we have to be.
Yeah, I want it to be great, but I also want to be an example for them to put their health first, then to see that, all right, mom had it rough for a few years, but she didn't give up. She accomplished her goals. She got healthier. She became what she wanted to be.
Absolutely. Let's just make sure that mic's still on.
It turned off.
Oh,
I just turned
mine just turned on too. So sorry if we beeped out. The mic's kind of turned off. But anyways, as we wrap this thing up, man, I think it's pretty cool. I think we should get on at the end of the day. What do you think? Drop some comments in the some likes, some hearts, or whatever in this. I think that we should get on, and I think that we should definitely talk about your day and just talk about everything, about how it's making you feel, about where you think you're gonna go with this, how big can we make this thing, what are your end goals, and then once we get to day 28, it's gonna be great because we're gonna have. So we're gonna end this by saying my favorite saying is